Let's talk about something you're going to spend about a third of your life doing: sleeping. We all do it every single night, but for most of us, what's actually going on when our eyes are closed is a total mystery. Well, today we're pulling back the covers on the incredible science of sleep.
Just to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about, the average person will spend 26 years of their life asleep. Think about that. That is a massive chunk of your existence, more time than you'll likely spend working or doing any other single thing. It's a huge investment of time, so we should probably know what we're getting for it.
So that's the big question, right? What is actually happening during those 26 years? Are we just powering down? Is it just wasted time? Or is there something way more critical going on behind the scenes? Well, you can probably guess the answer. Let's find out.
Okay, first things first. We need to completely change the way we think about sleep. It is not an off switch for your brain. It's not a bug in the system. It's an incredibly active, dynamic, and absolutely essential process of maintenance for your entire body. You can think of it like this. Sleep is the most powerful tool we have for our health. Nothing else even comes close. It is nature's way of hitting the reset button on your physical and mental well-being every single day. And when you skip it, the whole system starts to fall apart. And as you're about to see, the consequences are pretty severe. So, if sleep is this super active process, what does that actually look like? Well, every single night, your brain goes on this really fascinating, highly structured journey. It's a repeating cycle with different stages, and each stage has its own unique and totally vital job to do. This whole journey repeats itself roughly every 90 minutes. You start at the gateway, which is that really light sleep where you can be woken up easily. Then you go deeper into the fortress where things start to slow down. After that, you hit the really good stuff, deep sleep, where all your physical repair happens. And finally, you cycle up into REM sleep, the theater of dreams, which is crucial for your mind.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The balance of these stages changes a lot during the night. In the first half of the night, you get a ton of that deep, physically restorative sleep. But in the second half, especially in those early morning hours, your brain prioritizes REM sleep. That's the stage for processing memories, regulating your emotions, and boosting creativity.
And this is why getting a full night's sleep is so non-negotiable. If you cut your sleep short, you're not just getting less sleep, you are selectively starving your brain of REM sleep. In fact, if you go from 8 hours down to just 6, you can lose up to 70% of your total REM sleep. You're basically robbing your brain of its essential nightly therapy session.
So this brings us to a pretty critical point. What actually happens when we consistently cheat ourselves out of this full nightly journey? While the science is terrifyingly clear on this, the price we pay for not getting enough sleep is enormous, and it affects literally every part of our health. This quote from sleep scientist Matthew Walker it says it all. And I want to be clear, this isn't some exaggeration to scare you. The data shows a direct and powerful link between how long you sleep and how long you live. Let me show you what I mean. Take your heart, for example. If you're over 45 and you're regularly sleeping less than 6 hours a night, you have a 200% increased risk of having a heart attack or a stroke. You are literally doubling your risk simply because your cardiovascular system is under constant stress. And the effect on your brain is just as bad. After just one bad night's sleep, your focus is so impaired it's like you're legally drunk. Your memory inbox, this part of your brain called the hippocampus, it basically just shuts down. New memories can't get in. Meanwhile, your emotional centers go haywire, which is why you feel so irrational and moody. And long-term, not sleeping enough is a major risk factor for Alzheimer's.
And the damage just keeps going. Your immune system gets weaker, so you get sick more often. Your metabolism gets all messed up, which leads to weight gain. For men, just 1 week of short sleep can absolutely tank your testosterone. And get this, it actually changes the way your DNA works, disrupting the healthy activity of over 700 of your genes.
Okay, I know that was a lot of bad news, but here is the really good news. You have a massive amount of control over your sleep. This isn't something that just happens to you. We can absolutely move from understanding the problem to actually fixing it, starting tonight.
The easiest way to think about improving your sleep is to focus on 3 core areas, or pillars. First, there's your timing and your exposure to light. Second, you've got your physical environment. And third, it's about the choices you make in your daily life. Let's quickly hit each one.
Look, the single biggest lever you can pull to fix your sleep is light. Getting some sunlight in your eyes within the first hour of waking up literally sets your internal 24-hour clock. It's like a good morning signal to every cell in your body. On the flip side, staring at screens late at night sends the exact opposite signal. That blue light tells your brain it's still daytime and slams the brakes on melatonin, the hormone you need to fall asleep.
And of course, our daily choices really matter. Caffeine, it doesn't actually give you energy. It just blocks the chemical in your brain that makes you feel sleepy. Alcohol might make you feel drowsy, sure, but it's one of the worst things for your REM sleep. And eating a big meal right before bed, that forces your body to work on digestion when it should be focused on repair and restoration.
So, what can you actually do tonight? Here's a super simple action plan. Try to stick to a consistent bedtime. Keep your room cool, around 18 degrees Celsius or 65 Fahrenheit, and make it as dark and quiet as you can. No more caffeine after 11 in the morning. Put your phone and screens away an hour before bed. And hey, if you're just lying there awake, don't force it. Get up, do something relaxing in dim light, and go back to bed when you feel sleepy.
At the end of the day, understanding all this science is just the first step. The real magic happens when you actually do something with it. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Looking at everything we just covered, what is the one single change you can commit to making tonight to start getting back the incredible, life-changing power of a full night's sleep?